Hi guys, so I thought I would come on and show you, as I said in a previous video, how to make a kilt pin. Excuse me. Basically I'm using a 1mm gauge wire. It's quite a, forgive me, I've got mica powder everywhere. It's a good structural piece. If you twist some smaller gauged wires together, you can actually create a thicker gauge wire, so that could help. But this is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take, I don't know, we'll just say what, about 16 inches, something like that. Always best to have more than to have not enough. Okay, now basically what we're going to do is we'll just warm up the wire a bit. This just helps it make it become more malleable. Now what we're going to do is take, oops, I've just bent that, typical, isn't it? Just take, you can take some round nose pliers, which are these, and I'm sure if you do wire work, or if you do like make your handbag charms or dangles and things for your journals, you'll have some of these. I'm going to use these ones, which are bell making pliers. It's the same principle, it's just that all of these are different different sizes. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to, we'll go on this side here, I'm going to bring my wires around, just take that out and bring them around again, so then they meet. So basically you're doing a double twist on your pliers, and that there will give you your basic drawing pin, safety pin look, and that's basically your mechanism. Okay, now then, I'm not saying these are going to be, you know, as strong as a proper kilt pin, but if you don't have kilt pins, this is a good way of using it. And actually, because you can actually dangle things off them as well, they are quite strong. So now what we've got is, this is going to be your pin here. Okay, we will cut it down. It's not going to be that big. I just like to work on quite a large length of wire, and my wastage then I will use for findings, or for putting into my polymer clay, etc. So what we will do now is, you want to create your pin. So we're going to go with this wire, which is furthest away from me, and we're going to sort of, I don't know, usually what's a kilt pin, about 3 inches. So if we say about here, now I'm going to get my pliers, just normal pliers, and we're just going to go like this, and we're going to bend this up. Okie dokes. So if you think about it, this is your pin and this is going to be your catch. Okay, so you want your catch to sit here. So now what I'm going to do is change and go over to, I will use these, my round nose pliers, and this is a bit tricky doing it this way, but we'll persevere. And then what we're going to do is, we're going to bring this back down. Okay, so you're going to bring that back down to there, and what I usually do is just get my pliers and just give them a quick squeeze. Okay, so there we have that part. Now what we want to do is carry this on to this side here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get your pliers in the same place as your bend, and we shall just bend that there. Okay, now what you can do with this is, you can well, I'll show you afterwards. Now what we're going to do is, I'm just going to cut my pin here, and you can cut it usually what I do is I cut it on an angle, and then that gives you, sorry about that, oh, my memory card got full. So now we're at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over the this catch here. So again, just get your round nose pliers, and we're just going to, it's very tricky doing it in front of the camera, bring it to about there. And you have to be quite tough because there's two wires there, so bring it down, and there you have your catch. As I was saying before we got so rudely interrupted, I've cut that on an angle, but also because it's quite a thick gauge wire, as with the kilt pins, really you'd only want to use this either on a big coat or a chunky jumper or a shrug or something like that. So more of your chunkier fabrics than, let's say, a chiffon, because that's going to leave a big hole and we don't want to be ruining our clothes. Now what I'm going to do with this end here, I am just going to make a decorative feature from it. So I'm just going to cut that there. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is just get my round nose pliers, and we're going to do every jewellery maker's escape route and make a swirl. And we're just going to, I hold this and then I push the, it's not a very good wire this one because it comes off. You can use nylon jaw pliers if you wanted to, but I'm just creating a, if you wanted to you could actually give that a little kick up like that. Okay, so there you have your kilt pin. Now if you wanted to put some things on, or you could, I mean, that's just a bog standard pin. You could wire wrap things on here, or you could glue your lace on there, or what have you. If you wanted a kilt pin like you did before, I'll just show you the beginning part, and then we can, and then that's it, you know, if you want it with the holes in. So here we go again. So I don't know, we'll just pull it about there. Okay, so just go round, take that out, and we'll go round here. Okay, so this part is your pin, and this part is your decorative part. So what I'm going to do here, instead of just leaving it flat, is I'm going to go in with my smallest plier, this side, and we'll start probably, I don't know, because we'll do 3. Yeah, we'll do 3. So I'm going to pop it into there, and we're going to go round this way, and I'm just going to take that out and put that back in there. If you had your round nose pliers, you wouldn't have to keep doing that. So there's your first loop. The second one, so we probably want to leave about 1 centimetre between each, so about there. Okay, so I'll just turn those round about there, and we do the same again. So you want to go around, even if you like so, like so. Okay, there's another one, and then we'll do one more. Oh wait, we'll do one more round, and around there. I mean, you could be quite precise, and I'm just going to give those a quick squeeze and get them into place. And there you have your your kilt pin where you can hang dangles off there. And doing it this way means that you can use your findings, or you can colour coordinate your kilt pins. So basically now what we would do with this then is, I should just show you again. We'll come in probably about there, come up, okay, round those pliers, probably about 1 centimetre above your pin. We'll come down there, just give this a squeeze to maintain its integrity and strength. There we are. We'll go back in this side. Okay. So, here we go. Then you come around this way with your pliers. Okay, that's your kilt pin there. And again, just cut it, or you could file it if you really wanted to at an angle. There. And we shall cut here and just do another spiral, or, you know, whatever you fancy doing. I'll just do a spiral, do a big one this time. You could even put some beads in here. If you wanted to, you could just curl it and have an extra hole on this side if you did it a bit closer. So just keep spiraling your work. Just take that out of there. And you can move it about. Then it just means that it's not scratchy or anything like that, and it just adds a nice little decorative piece to your pieces. So there we have. We've got one normal one. That way, sorry. Nope, that way. There we go. One plain that you could wire wrap onto, or if you had flowers or something, you could sew that one onto the back of your flowers. Obviously you could make a smaller version. And then you have this one that you can hang your dangles from. Just going to give these a quick. You don't want to squeeze too hard because the wires are crossing. You don't want to weaken them. But if you just go along with your pliers sometimes like this, it just work hardens and just makes it a bit stiffer, which is quite good for this type of thing. So if you just go like that, and again be careful on the spring mechanism. But that is how to make kilt pins. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and I shall be doing a few more in the future. Let me know what you think, and let me know if there's anything you would like to see. So remember everybody, have fun, keep crafting!